Hello. Welcome to my worm story rant thing. It's just me rambling. Might as well be a mukbang, right? I don't have any food, so we can't do that. Okay. So, I'm gonna be talking about worms. And not just like any worm. Where's my worm? I don't know where my worm went, but I'm talking about the worms on strings that are fuzzy. Uh, fuzzy worm. The fuzzy worms. Don't touch fuzzy worms if you see them outside. Don't touch those. But you can touch these. Touch these worms. Okay. So I have decided that for the purposes of this channel, if we're gonna continue, I shall start not name dropping people. You know? That would be a good idea. So I'm gonna call this person that I'm talking about. Um what's a good name for him? Alan. I have talked about this person on this channel before, many a times. Nothing against him, except for sometimes. Sometimes I have something against him. Um, right now isn't really one of those times. I just want to know if he knows the power that he has. Right? Okay, let's get into it. So basically, Alan is going to Chicago on tomorrow, I guess, um, for a fun little thing that will last until like the 20 something. I don't know. But he's not going to be there the entire last week of school. In fact, he was only there today, and today's Monday. And that was it. So, right? And I usually give Alan a Christmas present. So I had to bring it in today. So I brought in his Christmas present. And I had originally just planned to get him a fun little Starbucks gift card. And then that turned into a lot more. Um, my friend, Kate, who is also on this channel, she got him a. Okay. Well, we took a picture with Alan at our winter concert, and she fully distorted it so that I would be tall and she would be very short, and he just didn't have a face, and it was like a very funny distortion. So she gave that to him. Or that was one of the things that we were gonna give him, along with the Starbucks gift card. And I ordered those fuzzy worms off of Amazon, and they came last night, which was a whole nother story about how I thought someone was stealing my package, but it was just the Amazon guy. Sorry. Um, so I figured, hey, why not? Why not give him one of these fun fuzzy worms on a string? Now, if you don't know Alan, you should know that he is a very seemingly serious person. Like, I can't stress that enough. He seems like the least fun person on the planet. Now, after hanging out with him many a times, I know that that's not true. Mostly, no offense, Alan, because you would know that it's you if you ever saw this. But yeah, I thought, let's shake it up a little bit. Let's see fun, right? So I decided to give him a fuzzy worm. Now, I'm not one that gives great gifts. I mean, I obviously give like at least one sentimental gift that is useful, but I also give horrible ones, at least to Alan. I give everyone else a great gift, but if it's Alan, I'll give him a good one and then a bunch of bad ones. Last year I didn't even give him a good one. I just gave him like Cheez-Its and a horrible picture of him that was edited to be horrible. So it's I've decided that for purposes I shall give Alan a good gift from now on, along with my bad ones. So I gave him a Starbucks one, and I decided, hey, worm, right? But then I told Kate about it, and it spiraled into like a whole different idea, where I put the worm, the fake fuzzy worm on a string, in a cardboard box and poke holes in the top of it and the sides of it and make it seem like I'm giving him a live animal. So we decided to do that, but then it continued to spiral to the point where I made an Instagram account for his worm. And inside of the box with the worm, I put like a little slip of paper that had the account name and the password. And I told him it was his. And I wrote this to use that account to update us on the status of his trip with the worm in Chicago, right? Because my thought process was, hey, you don't seem like you have friends. That was very mean. That was a lie. That wasn't my thought process. My thought process was, though, I'm almost certain that you go to these Chicago things alone. So why don't I give you a fun little buddy to go with, a fuzzy worm, right? So we got him the fuzzy worm and put it in the box with a little card that just said like the Instagram username and password and to update. And so I posted one photo on said account that I made before logging out, and it was basically an instructional post being like, "Hey, like this is what you can do on this account, or this is why I made it. You don't have to, obviously, because sometimes like I get that it's weird, and you're not. My friend Alan here is not one for social media, but I thought, hey, let's give it a shot." And so, this morning I went into school thinking, hey, we'll give it to him during the class that I have with him, which is like second period. And he's usually not early to school like ever. He's usually very late, or not very late, but like he doesn't get there for a little bit. And I'm usually pretty early. Except for today, I got to school and he was already there. So I was like, oh God, this is happening, right? So me and Kate grabbed our gifts, the worm in a box with the Instagram, the Starbucks gift card, and the distorted picture of the three of us. And we walked into we gave them to him. We walked into his office and we gave him the gifts. Uh, the fuzzy worm was the last one that we gave him. So I gave him the box. And while I was giving it to him, I said, don't shake it too much. That'll scare it. That'll scare it, or something like that. I said, oh, don't shake that too much. It'll get scared. I think I said something like that. And Kate was like, yeah. And then he was like, what did you get me? And at this point, I was laughing. And I like opened the box for him because it was like, kind of really hard to open box, especially since I wrapped the whole thing so you couldn't see it was a chalk box that had a bunch of chalk in it. So I opened it, and then he like opened the thing so you could see it, and he was like, "Oh, thanks." Part of me wonders if he saw the card, like the little slip of paper that I put in there with like the Instagram username and password and like all that stuff. Because I also put like a little message being like, "Oh, like you don't have to use it. This is just a fun bonus and stuff." But like, it's a pretty easy to see thing because it was a pretty prominent sized piece of paper and it was like laying against the worm. So hopefully he saw that. But here's where I'm thinking. Now, he's not one for social media. My friend Alan, social media. I've said that, right? However, I don't think. Okay, so about this account that we made, or that I made, me and Kate are following the account. It is a private account. It's not following us back because if he uses it, I don't want him to follow me because, like, I don't know. I just feel like that's weird. I don't want him to follow me. Right? So that's just what the account is. And so that seems pretty like, oh, like, whatever. It doesn't matter if I don't use it. But I don't know if he understands the power that he has right now. Because when I tell you, if he posts, if a post from that account shows up in my feed, I might scream and die. Like, it's such an outlandish thought to me that he would do that and that I would have access to like a worm post. Obviously, that's like very weird and out of character for my good friend Alan here. I think he understands the power I just gave him. Like, it's a lot, you know? It's a lot. And I I, I don't necessarily need him to take this. I'd set aside a serious day because my friend Alan here is very serious, like a lot, and I don't get why. Like, I get he's trying to, like, keep his composure of small, intimidating man, which I'll admit, I'm intimidated sometimes. Like, I don't like talking to him sometimes because I'm scared that he'll, like, kill me or something. I don't know. Like, went to Disney with my good friend Alan. I'm calling him my good friend Alan, jeez. With my friend Alan here. And by the end of it, I was like living a great life. And I was like, great, I can talk to you, no hesitation, right? Because he wasn't as intimidating at Disney World. However, as soon as we left Disney World, I don't know what happened, but suddenly he was more intimidating to me. Don't get it. I don't know. If you see this, Alan, you don't intimidate me. At least not, don't take it. Don't. Shut up. Like, shut up, please. Like, I know that you're gonna be like, oh, I intimidate you. Like, shut up. Oh my god, Alan, like, shut up. Sorry. I don't edit these, so there's no way I can do anything to fix that. Like, yeah, Alan, if you see this and you know this is about you, don't make fun of me. That's a lie. Make fun of me all you want. I don't really care. It's funny. But don't make fun of me just because you know that you intimidate me. Not nice. Not nice. So, anyway, all that being said, knowing that he is a very serious person, Alan, that is, he's very serious. He is about the least likely person that would do this, in my opinion. Like, I feel like my other friend, who I don't like, Al, never mind. I feel like I could give this to other people and they would have a much higher likelihood of pulling through and just making like one post on this account. And that being said, that is the reason I don't think that he understands how like incredible it would be if he did that. Like, I don't think he understands the extent to which this would shake me to my core. Like, if he posted one thing on that account, I would probably implode. And because of that, I wonder, was this a good idea? Because knowing him, my good friend Alan here, knowing him, he probably won't open that box ever again. He'll probably throw away my fuzzy worm. That does sound gross, but it's a fake worm, obviously. He'll probably throw it away because he probably hates me. Like, I think that one a lot. That's one of the things that I think a lot. Alan, you probably hate me. I mean, I get it. I would hate me too if I put you through all of this. So, you know, it's just something that's like fun. And like, I don't think I've ever seen him be that fun. So, seeing him have like a sense of humor and be like funny about it and seem fun and genuine, that's the part that would get me. Like, if he did that, I'd be like, oh my god, like, you're not entirely horrible and boring. I say that as if I don't like him. He is a great dude. Like, Alan, you're cool. Love you. Sometimes I wish I didn't talk to you. Or, like, I didn't say things to you. Because, yikes. You make fun of me a lot. Except for recently. What's up with that? You just, like, stopped. We're in, like, the fun drought of not making fun of Adriana anymore. Which is, like, suspicious. Anyway. Yeah, that's it. I just wonder what will happen with that. The future is unknown. It is up to Alan. My future is up to Alan. That's a lie. My future is up to me, but this particular aspect of the very near future, it's up to him. If he decides to open that box again and look inside and sees that slip of paper that I'm almost certain he saw, like, how couldn't you see that? If he sees that and decides to go with it, I think my heart, my shredded self, a self-shredding heart, I'll go back to school and see Alan and cry and be like, oh my god, like, that's amazing. Thank you. But once again, in conclusion, no. Once again, I just know that he's probably not gonna open that box again. He'll probably throw it in the back of his car and never look at it again and be like, man, really hate teaching here. These kids are stupid. Oh, okay, well. Major hint has been revealed. My apologies. Anyway, I should go ahead and end this right now because I'm just gonna keep rambling. This video has no real purpose other than me being like, man, what if? I don't know. I don't know. Let's see what happens. Probably nothing, which is what gets me. That's what gets me, is that he'll probably do nothing, and then it'll be confirmed that he's boring. This is a fun Christmas present that only has to last, like, 5 days. Because it's literally just an account for updates on your worm in Chicago. Like, that doesn't have to be that deep, bro. I'm not gonna share it with anyone. If you're worried about that, I'm not. I'm not yelling. Give us a thumbs up.